Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ.
And we're here.
We're here again.
We are. Yeah.
Back once again for the Renegade Master.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are again. It is Friday, and that can only mean it's time for the Tuesday Show podcast with CJ and Ted live.
It was very quite calm and subdued for you for this time on a Friday evening.
Do you know, I'm always quite subdued, but I'm there's no time that I'm more subdued than in the morning when I wake up, which takes a while. Just sort of coming to terms with being alive.
It's like, oh God, why am I alive still?
Yeah.
Come on.
And you know how you might do, like if you had a really bad car accident, you kind of, oh no, and then you sort of pat yourself down, make sure that you can move your hands and your feet and everything, and you've not broken any bones. It's a bit like that. I'll wake up in the morning and all right, does everything work? What's happening? So it's fair to say that I'm probably more chipper in the by the time we come to the afternoon comes. And I was used to like thinking to myself, well, I'm a bit of a, I can burn the midnight oil. I can sort of catch up on things in the evening, but increasingly I'm just too damn tired.
See, that's been kind of my thing for ages. Like, so after the show, every week I'm like, right, I'll do some gaming. I'll actually get online and talk to my friends and play some games. And I don't. I'm just like, no, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Yeah. Screw this noise.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I want to sleep.
Well, I mean, we've both done it, particularly with this show when it was running later. And I know also when we're doing the recorded shows, sometimes we'd be up, quite late.
Wasn't it 2, 3, 4 in the morning? Yeah.
Yeah, and doing editing as well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy! But you were certainly sort of burning the candle at both ends when you were doing the show on the Northampton.
Oh, the radio, yeah. Inspiration FM.
Inspiration.
And even that finished at 11 p.m. and I'd leave the studio and I'd go home and I'd go to bed. I'd go to sleep. Or even when I was broadcasting from home because of COVID, I was finishing the show, going downstairs, having a vape, and then going to bed.
Yeah.
I wasn't then staying up longer to do other stuff. I was there to do the show. There was no post-show work to do except make sure the autoplay thing was working. And no, midnight. Sorry, that wasn't 11 p.m. That was midnight. Sorry, it was 10 till midnight. But but it's almost like I hit a wall at around that time. It's not because I have to get up for work on a Friday. Sundays were a bit different, and I did try to get up a little bit later so I could do the show. But then I'm like, I've still got to go to bed because I've got to get up for work in the morning.
Yeah.
The downsides of not being a full-time radio presenter.
Yeah.
So, or full-time podcaster. Apart from like today, so I've had the week off work, so I've been finishing my university work this week for the end of the module. So that's all done. So I finished that yesterday. Yeah. Stayed up till like 3 o'clock this morning.
Basket weaving.
Basket weaving, yeah. But I stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, watching some YouTube, some TV that I was catching up on. So I haven't done any of that this week. You are?
We know what you were watching.
Okay, it may have been porn. Whatever. Sorry, YouTube. I know you don't like that word, but whatever. And then today I got up at the crack of noon, and just kind of just did nothing for the day. It was, you know what? Today's been a really, really great day. It's been a great day, and and even now I'm like I've been out of bed for 9 hours. I've been awake for 9 hours. Think about that for a second. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday or Friday night in the UK here, obviously, and I've been awake for 9 hours. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to bed as soon as the show is done. You know, we're going to chat for a little bit afterwards, and I am actually going to go off and play games. I'm wide awake. I've got energy drink. You know, I'm doing good today. So,
well, unfortunately, I've got a very early morning. So I may not be the post show may not be quite as long as it normally is.
That's fine. We can talk for a little bit.
Yeah. Do you know what we should do? What we should do for the show is have like something behind the paywall where, you know, if you're a supporter of the Tuesday show, then you get to stay for the conversation afterwards.
We should turn that into like a Patreon thing, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
If you are, if you're a Patreon supporter, we'll just keep chatting, but we'll broadcast it, onto Patreon instead, and you can come and watch it.
Yeah, you get to find out what we really think.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was basically the rundown of I get gradually better as the day goes by, and then there's a massive slump.
I do struggle in the mornings, and I know a lot of it's just because of my physical fitness, and I don't sleep that well anyway. But then I have to get up for work, and I'll literally, if I could IV drip feed coffee or caffeine into my system, I probably would, because that is literally what gets me going. But once I've had my coffee in the morning, I'd slowly start coming down. I end up crashing out.
So, listeners and viewers, what gets you going? Do you find it easy to get up in the morning? Are you a night owl, or are you an early bird, which catches the worm, or an early worm that just gets caught?
Yeah, so you could be an early worm.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Early bird catches the worm. What's the one about mice?
The early mouse lives in a house.
Okay, good. The early mouse irons his trousers before going to work.
Well, yes, of course. Have you ever? Do you know what? Have you ever seen a mouse wearing crumpled trousers?
I've never ever seen a mouse wearing or an unironed shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah. So anyway, that's so we covered mice and mornings.
Yep.
So now we'll go on to rice and awnings.
Rice and awnings.
Yeah. So camping and Chinese food. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love Chinese food. Hate camping.
Yeah. Really? Do you actually hate camping?
I actually hate camping.
Oh, okay.
It's cold. It's uncomfortable. I don't sleep. Or when I do sleep, it's just so. Well, I mean, because it's so cold, I end up waking up every hour needing to pee.
Yeah.
And yes, you can do glamping. But I might as well, if I'm going glamping, I might as well stay in a hotel. Yeah. That's my kind of glamping. Okay. No, camping doesn't do it for me anymore. Yeah. I used to be forced to go camping when I was a kid, and I hated it. Yeah. Like, actually hated it. And it would be that, time to go to bed. And again, cold, or it'll be wet, and you get up and it'll be raining. And I'm like, but if I want to go pee, I've got to go outside and I've got to go get wet. I don't want to do that. But I'd always wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning when it's still dark, or, dawn is breaking, because it was usually spring, summer, autumn time. Yeah. But then I'm like, but of course I was a kid. I didn't have a watch. I didn't have a smartphone. So I had no idea what the time actually was. And I'd end up just kind of hanging around, doing nothing. Yeah. Just walking around the campsite, listening to old fat people snoring. It was a horrible experience, and I never want to do it again. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of going camping when I was much younger with Scouts. I think, I think Cubs first time I went camping.
because it was cold, because it was the old canvas tents, and and they were really sort of complicated. I mean, these days it's a very different way of doing camping, but it was the old canvas tents. So they were really cold, and it was like, if you touched the side, it was cold. So you couldn't touch the side, and of course you're bound to touch the side.
Yeah.
Or your kit gets wet.
Yeah.
You got water dripping on the inside.
Yeah, all the condensation.
Yeah. I put my hand out to try and sort out my pillow or blanket or whatever I had rolled up, and that was a slug.
Ugh, gross.
Like, you don't want that. And again, like you say, you haven't got a phone, you haven't got you might have a torch, but then you can't put a whole torch on. And then somebody's got to go, put that light out.
Put that light out. Like, that's army. Put that light out.
So it wasn't a great introduction to it. I would say it wasn't no, it wasn't great. But these days, actually, if the weather's good and if you're doing it off your own bat, you're kind of doing it because you like it, and it takes about 5 minutes per tent. It's not so bad, but the needing to pee though, that's a real
problem. Yeah, especially when you're in a very small tent and you have to literally crawl out of it. No, I hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it so much when we were in the organisation and we did a camp, and it was we were literally on the field outside the gym, on the station. That wasn't too bad because at least you can stand up in those. They're in proper like 12x12s. They were nice.
Yeah, 12x12s are all right because like you say, it's a bit more of a
I can actually actually
absolutely.
freaking stand up. It's great. But however, with that camp, I did wake up. I think it was the second night. I woke up and there was a big old spider on my arm, like right there.
Oh.
And literally I woke up and again put the torch on. I was like, what the hell's that? I didn't want to.
You're like, that's not a tattoo.
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh my fucking. My memory is probably wrong, but I remember it being quite a large, like, giant house spider type thing. It probably wasn't that big. It was probably a bit smaller than that.
Yeah.
But it still freaked me the fuck out. I remember audibly going, flicking this thing off and then running out of the tent.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to pee. Okay. And I walked into the gym to use the toilets. Oh, it's good. Good times.
Yeah. Although equally, it's down to how what you're doing. Like, for example, I'll go camping. I'll be going fairly soon, I guess. One weekend with my boy, and we'll, it's just all we're doing is going to the beach or whatever. Hang
You
around
son
the
of a
seaside.
beach.
Yeah. And they do have like a van where they I think they do burgers in the evening, and they do like breakfasty things in the morning at the actual campsite. So that's quite good.
Yeah. It's like a Butlins or Butlins.
No, it's just like a little campsite, but they've got a bit of some infrastructure. Should we say? I forgot what I was going to say now. Something about.
Sorry, you're going to the beach with your boy and you're camping, and they've got facilities
camping
there.
And blah 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 blah. Yeah. So it's about what you're actually doing. So if you want to look vaguely normal, then you kind of can do if you've got a modern tent and you can get in and out and not have to scrabble around in the dirt.
Yeah.
Equally, though, there are times when actually all you're doing is eating out of ration packs and in a basher and all that sort of thing, and it doesn't really matter so much.
Oh,
so
mate.
you kind of fine. I'm going to be dirty all weekend, and that's that.
Fucking
You can't deal with that.
sleeping under a basher in the old bivvy bags. God, I hated that even more than regular camping. Again, I was just cold. I mean, it didn't help that we were out in February. I was on a training course, and it was in the middle of fucking February. And I was freezing my arse off. And of course, I'm surrounded by all these people who are like seasoned at doing this, and they all know what they're doing. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Because literally what I've got is the clothes that I'm wearing, this stupid bag, and a shelter. What do I do with all of this? No one's ever taught me this, and everyone's like, oh, you should do that. I'm like, okay, I'll wing it then. All right, whatever. I ended up making like this little tent shape by tying the thing between two trees and then staking down the corners, and that was literally me. And but again, I'm cold, but I've got all of my clothes on. The only thing I've done is loosen my boots, just to let some blood flow back to my feet. But I've still got all the clothes on that I've had on all day, and I'm still freezing my arse off. No spare clothing with me at all, apart from maybe a fresh t-shirt and some clean underwear for the morning, and that's literally it. So yeah, it was horrible. And then somebody woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're like, "Oh, you're on stag, you're on." And I'm like, well, "What do I do?" And they go, "You just sit there and look out for stuff." I'm like, "What am I looking for?" So you got to feed me this information, because what's going to happen is I'm going to sit there and fall asleep, maybe. But then again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm freezing my arse off, and I'm not happy about being here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm over camping. I'm definitely over it.
All right, so there you go. CJ is not an outdoorsman. But,
I am not.
But are you? Get in the chat and let us know.
Yeah, get in the chat and let us know.
Yeah, get in the chat and let us know.
Get in the chat, let us know.
Yeah. There we go. I don't mind. I like I say, if you know that's it, you're going to be dirty and crumpled and sort of messed about for a weekend, and there's at least an end point. Then I can kind of deal with that a little bit better. But yeah, it's a lot worse when you're wet.
Yep, cold, wet doesn't do it for me. Yeah, it's one of the old jokes I used to hear quite a bit was it the army dig in, the RAF check in? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with sleeping in a heated room under a duvet with a pillow in my own private quarters, and if I'm really lucky, an ensuite. If I'm unlucky, a communal shower. But even then, what I found most of the time is you can pull a curtain across and you're okay. But you can still have your private you time in the shower if that's what you want to do.
We made that sound weird.
Yeah,
so,
very much so.
Yeah, I do like an ensuite.
I love it. I think I've only been fortunate once to have an ensuite on a station. I can't remember where it was. But yeah, I was fortunate enough to have an ensuite once, and it was amazing. I'm just like, this is just my private, it's my personal space. No one will disturb me. No one's gonna get up in the middle of the night and knock my bed or make noise or whatever. I'm okay with this. Yeah, it was good. Good times.
Yeah, good times. Good times. I tell you what, the other thing that I like that's on something, en croute. Are you a fan of it? Or you don't like salmon, do you?
No, and I was just about to ask you what the hell en croute means.
Yeah, so salmon en croute. So it's salmon wrapped up in pastry.
Okay.
Which is very nice. But another thing, one thing you would probably like, beef Wellington.
I love beef Wellington.
I've not had beef Wellington for such a long time. It's ridiculous.
The last time I had it, I think, would have been a warrant officers and sergeants mess dining in night at RAF Cranwell years ago. I think that was a beef Wellington, if I remember. But I know I've had it a few times on a dining in night. I love it. It's so good. I don't like mushrooms, but the mushroom pate they put around the beef, I can just about tolerate because I've got the pastry and the beef to go with it, and it's actually really, really tasty. It's really nice. But you say about the salmon en croute, I think one day I might try it because the pastry might offset the taste of the salmon. And it might be okay, and I've got justification for that. So I recently went on a work trip, and we were served cod wrapped in pancetta, and I know pancetta is not pastry,
and cod is not salmon.
But again, cod on its own, I don't like it. It's a texture and taste thing when it comes to cod and most fish. But because it was wrapped in pancetta, I could hardly taste it. I was just like, actually, all I can taste is pig, and I'm happy with that. I'm okay with it. Maybe someone needs to do the same with salmon. Just wrap it in some pig product, and I'll be okay.
Yeah, I think you sort of deviate from the point of having the fish in the first place, though. If you have to wrap it in something to mask the taste, then maybe it'd be best not to.
Is this not why people smother fish in tartar sauce, though? Just to get rid of the flavour of the fish? But I'm also not a fan of tartar sauce. So.
No. You wouldn't be.
Ketchup's where it's at for me. When I do my fish finger wraps or fish finger sandwiches with cheese, so there's cheese there to help mask it too, and then a bit of tomato sauce, and then I can't taste the fish, and it's great.
Yeah. Or wait, you could have something you like, and you wouldn't have to mask the taste.
There's that option too. However, I figure buying £3 something, I think it's £3 something, box of 30 Tesco's own fish fingers is cheaper than spending whatever amount of money it is on 30 like omega-3 tablets. Just my, and I get to have a full stomach because of it too.
Yeah,
which is probably a bad thing. Maybe I should go on the tablets and stop eating.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks, bud.
You want?
Don't hold back, whatever you do.
Well, no, I should be doing that the same. I need to stop eating. I was just about I was just about to say, guess what? One of my favorite things at McDonald's is. I mean, there you go. I mean, if that's the level of my conversation, you can imagine what the level of my gut is.
Hang on, I'm curious now. What is your favorite? Hang on, don't tell me.
If you can guess.
It's a Big Mac. No, it's a quarter pounder with cheese?
No.
Go on, what is it?
Fillet of fish.
Oh, see, I was going to say fillet of fish, but I was like, no one likes fillet of fish.
Yeah, well, some people do.
Weirdos.
Yeah, it's no, it's actually quite nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favourite thing at McDonald's.
I'm a fan of that. I like fish and I like that, and it's just like having a fish finger sandwich.
I was going to say it's just a fish sandwich, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. It's got cheese and it's got bread, so it doesn't mask it for you. So maybe try one. But the thing is, it's not a very big burger. It's like one of those sort of chaser items.
I was going to say it's like literally a hamburger or a cheeseburger. It's the same size as those, isn't it? Or a chicken, as they call it, BLs, or just a McChicken sandwich. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Or the chicken mayo. That's what I'm thinking of.
Mayo chicken.
Mayo chicken. That's it. Exactly. That shows you how often I go to McDonald's.
I had a mayo chicken the other day for the first time in ages, and I quite like it. But the thing is, it's got lots of mayonnaise in it. Obviously, mayo chicken, but I actually thinking about it, I think that masks the fact that it's quite cardboardy. It would be a very dry and probably not very nice thing without all the sauce in it.
See, I think that's the kind of McDonald's way, or just okay. I'm picking on McDonald's. I think that's a fast food restaurant thing anyway. Especially when they're just trying to keep costs as low as possible. The quality of the food isn't fantastic. As in, like, taste. So they have to make it taste of something, and they end up just putting so much sauce on it. Like I say, Big Macs and their Big Mac sauce, just everything. It's got sauce in it.
I mean, the Big Mac. I think the Big Mac is a tasty burger.
Okay.
What do you call it? The Big Tasty. The Big Tasty is it's kind of big, kind of tasty, but my goodness, there's a lot of sauce in that. Definitely, too much.
See, and I agree. I think McDonald's put too much sauce in all of their stuff. Even like I used to love double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Like they were my go-to. Not even a chaser. Like they were the main event. I'd order like 2 double cheeseburgers, a large fries, and a drink, and I'd be okay with that. And I used to love the double cheeseburgers. But even then, after a while, I'm like, you're just putting too much relish in it. All I can taste is the relish. I'm not getting a beef taste. There's not much of a beef taste to be had. And I think that's kind of the realization I've had is there's not really much of a burger taste. They have to put all the sauces and stuff with it to make it taste like something. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's correct for everybody. That's just my opinion. The limit of my McDonald's experience these days would be a double sausage and egg McMuffin. Yeah. But even then, I don't remember the last time I had one. It was so long ago.
My son pointed out the other day that the McChicken, not McChicken, you got the quarter pounder with cheese.
Mm-hmm.
There's a double quarter pounder with cheese.
There is.
And he was of the view that that should be called a half pounder.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is true. And then the conversation moved on to, what about whole pounder? I thought,
It's too much.
What? Is it though? And I thought, I've not tried that. What that could, you can do that though, can't you? You can add extra bits. So I'm a bit tempted to try that.
But I haven't done it with McDonald's.
With 2 extra patties.
Yeah. I haven't done it with McDonald's. I have done that with Burger King with their XL bacon double cheeseburger. And again, you can I think they've changed it now and you can't add more than 1 extra. But there was so we did it at work years ago, like not in the job I'm in now, but another one where we were all in the office and we got bored one Christmas Eve and because there was nothing going on. And so we got on Just Eat and we ordered an XL bacon double cheeseburger with 8 extra patties just to see if they would make it, and they did. There was a phone call to say, are you sure about this? We're like, yeah, that's what we want. Yep. I mean, it got split amongst a number of us, you know.
Yeah.
But they did. They just made it. Like, all right then. I think now they've changed it. You can only add 1 extra, but yeah, we did do that. But it's like, but again, I've done that. I've bought an XL bacon double cheeseburger with an extra patty, an extra bacon, and extra cheese. It's too much. Like the triple cheeseburger that McDonald's now do.
Yeah.
Is too much.
You think? See, I like that.
I feel like the double is the sweet spot. You know, a single is too much bread. A triple is too much meat. But 2 patties, the double is the sweet spot. Of meat to bread ratio.
Yeah. That's
the sweet spot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's been so long since I've been to McDonald's to eat anything other than a bacon double cheese. Double sausage and egg McMuffin, and even then I don't remember the last time I had that. I know anyone watching now is probably looking at me going, yeah, righto, fatty, whatever you say. It's true. What I tend to do now is just cook my own really bad food.
Yeah, I need to try and remember, when was the last time I had a double sausage and egg McMuffin? This morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I was going to say, good for you, as if to say, like, I've been really good and not ordered bad food. But actually, when I got up at the crack of noon today and I went downstairs and made my coffee, I immediately got on Just Eat and ordered 6 pizza slices from Greg's, along with 6 of their bakes, so 3 chicken bakes and 3 sausage, bean and cheese bakes, and a 4-pack of sausage rolls. I am pleased to report that the bakes and the sausage rolls are currently in the fridge. I haven't actually touched them yet.
Okay.
But I did work my way through the 6 pizza slices today.
Right.
But that was it's payday. I finished my university course for this academic year. I'm going to freaking treat myself. I was literally like, I've got nothing else to do today. I'm going to sit here, veg in front of the TV, and I'm going to eat crap. And that's what I did.
I was watching a program about Greg's the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a hell of a lot of calories in those sausage rolls.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't quite realised how many.
I mean, I don't think I know exactly how many there are, but I assume there's a lot. I
can't remember, but I remember thinking that's a lot, especially considering that if you ask for 3, they'll give you 4. And I never want to ask for 4. I always ask for 3 and wait for them to say, would you like 4 for the price of 3? And I'll say, well, yeah,
sure.
I may as well do.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't set out to have 4, obviously, but I'm not going to put it to waste.
That's why you just you put your head in your hand. And you're like, oh, I really had my heart set on 3, but you've presented me with a dilemma, dude. Sure, okay, let's just have 4 for the price of 3.
Yeah, side-eyeing dog meme.
Yeah.
Right, I'm on the app at the moment.
Yeah.
No, you can't. What? Oh no, add it on. It doesn't give you the option. So if you go on a double quarter pounder, it doesn't give you the option to add patties. You can add cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You can add bacon. You can add sauce. So what you have to do then is basically buy 2 of them and have one without all the stuff, just the patties and the cheese, and then slap them in your...
Now, I'm pretty sure I've done
burger.
that before, where I've ordered 2 things and then just like put everything into one, and then just like eating the bread from the second one separately.
Yeah.
Just I don't like wastage either.
Yeah. When I'm actually... And it actually works. If I strip out all the carbs and all that sort of stuff and just eat meat and stuff, I'll have a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Yep.
But to basically strip out all the ingredients apart from the patty and the cheese.
Okay.
And just eat that. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at Burger King. Literally, okay, tell me that my phone is not listening to me. I've just opened Just Eat, and it says, your favourites. First one is McDonald's.
Yeah.
I have not ordered for McDonald's for at least a year on Just Eat, because...
These things happen to me so often, and, something will pop up on the phone. Like, I'm just talking about that. And it's more than a coincidence.
Yeah, so I've ordered Burger King much more recently than I have McDonald's, and it's just done that.
People used to say, "Oh, it's really spooky." I was just talking about such and such, and then I saw them, or they rang, or the email, or whatever. You just think, no, because you've talked about you may have talked about 20 people.
Yeah,
right. It's just a coincidence. That's just how it works. But this is there's definitely something suspect there. It's listening.
Oh, okay. I'm on Burger King. On the Bacon Double XL.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently repeatedly clicking add Whopper patties. I'm currently up to 43 extra Whopper patties. 66 at a cost of £114, mind.
Gosh.
I wanted to see if there is a limit, if it'll tell me to stop, or whether it'll go. Oh, there we go. 99 is the most I can add. I don't know if the camera will actually see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say it.
Yeah.
99 Whopper patties.
I'd want them to. I'd want to see it. I want to see. I want them to render a picture of this thing, so you can see what you got.
Yeah. Right. You can. Right. You can actually only put in 99 extras. So if I wanted to put in extra bacon and cheese, I'd have to do 33 of each. But still, adding 99 Whopper patties brings the price up to £167.29.
That's a lot.
I feel like when I'm famous for being an online personality, that I should put this to the test. Like a beard meets food style eating challenge. Just be like, I'm going to order it with 99 extra patties. That's 101 patties in total. Right? And then just see if I can eat it. I'll probably die first, but yeah.
Well, I'm intrigued about the idea of a pounder with cheese. So if I do have that, I'll take a photo, I'll do a short video, and report back.
All extra cheese.
Yeah. Is there anybody nobody's in the chat at the moment?
No one's talking to us.
If you're lurking, let us know. What kind of creations you've made from menu options?
Yeah, it's the old. So the Burger King thing's the old jingle, isn't it? If you want it your way at BK, you got it.
Yeah.
Like, well, my way is 100 patties, 100 bacon, and 100 cheese.
140 quid.
For 100 well, I'd be like for 100 quid. No, just call it the 100 burger.
I tell you what, I'll have it my way. I'll give you a quid for it.
Yeah. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the way I want it.
Fuck you, bastard.
I want it all that for £1. That's the way I want it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, what did you? I tell you what. Something you. Yes. I tell you what. I was going to tell you a story from Reddit.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll do that now. If I can find it. Give me a moment.
I'll just sit here and casually drink my drink. Not sponsored by Monster, by the way.
Good.
What's that for? Is that Jeopardy, is it? I think that's the Jeopardy theme.
I'm just trying to find the right one. Oh, here we are.
Right,
now, we mentioned it because your perhaps your penchant for specialist videos
videos. What? Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, let's have a look at this one. This is in relationship problems, and somebody's out for advice and says, my boyfriend, who's 18 years, and I, who's also 18 years, says the girl, have been dating for almost 5 months. But recently I've struggled with something. I need someone to be 100% straight up.
Giggly. I was just about to say, you assume it's a girl.
Yeah. No, I do. I'm making a terrible assumption that it's a girl, but probably is. Also, the name, the handle is overend3232.
Very feminine.
Yeah. I need someone to be 100% straight up. Am I the crazy one, or is he? So this all started about 3 weeks ago. I discovered he had lied to me about watching. I'm going to say corn. That's what they tend to do on online these days.
Corn.
They want to say the P word. He lied to me about watching it. I told him that was something I was against way earlier in our relationship. When I talked to him about it, I had to pressure him to tell me the truth, which sucked. He finally told me he had only watched it one time.
Liar.
One time, in the duration of our relationship.
Liar.
I tried to move on, and I think I did for the most part. But now, fast forward to last week, things started getting rocky. He hasn't been as emotionally connected to me. He isn't as loving and nurturing as he used to be. Keep in mind, I really like when a man is obsessed. What? Keep in mind, I really like when a man is obsessed. Okay.
Okay, so she wants him to... What's the word I'm looking for?
She wants him to obsess over her. Yeah. I'm
sure anyway, it's got a kid's like Gen Z word for it.
Has it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Or horn. I don't know. Whatever. Carry on.
Right. Anyway, anyway, he hasn't asked me questions about my life or day.
What did it?
I tried to tell him about it, but he just said I need to stop freaking out over little things, and maybe these are little things. I don't know, but to me, when they build up over time, they aren't so little.
Really.
Anyways.
They're making it too easy.
Anyways, last night I was scrolling on Reels. I came across one that was like, "This is how you lose a girl," and it proceeded to show a man texting a girl messages like, "I love you, baby. You're the best thing in my life," etc. So basically implying you shouldn't be super loving to a girl. It all clicked for me once I stalked his following, and he follows so many accounts with things like that on. It really scares me. I don't want to break up with him. There are so many pros to our relationship, but I'm just feeling so lost. What do you think of that?
Like many times when we read these relationship advice things, she just needs to talk to him and just be like, "Look, I've seen that this is what you're watching. That doesn't actually work. I want you to actually be saying those things to me. If that's genuinely how you feel, I want you to tell me how you feel." Because that's what it comes down to. It's not about... I don't think she wants him to be obsessed with her.
Yeah.
I think she
She does.
No, I think she just wants him to tell her how he actually feels about her.
Yeah.
You know, it's that. The thing is, if you're in a relationship and you genuinely can't say how you're feeling in that relationship, then why are you even in the relationship? Surely relationship is built on trust and honesty, and the ability to say whatever you have to say to keep the communication going. Whether it's I love you, or you're really peeing me off, or I want to try this in the bedroom. I've seen it on a video on Cornhub. It's that just makes it sound like an anal site. It really does. But you know what I mean? It's certainly that's my take on it, and because that's how I want you to tell me genuinely how you feel and genuinely what's on your mind, and I just want you to be brutally honest with me at all times. Doesn't matter how I'm going to feel about it at the end of it. The knowing that you're being honest is the foundation for building our relationship. Because if I ever think that you're not being honest with me, it's just going to, damage the relationship, for want of a better term. It's not going to do either of us any favors. It's just that's just how I see it.
Well, absolutely. The thing is, though, there's being honest and there's being honest. Is it a little naive to think that if everybody's just honest, then it's gonna be perfect?
I'll never say it'll be perfect.
Well, no, absolutely. But he said apparently he said I need to stop freaking out over little things. I mean, she probably needs to stop freaking out about little things.
Maybe,
and
but
if she's spoken to him about bits and pieces, and that's what he's saying, are we saying that okay, I've had this chat, he said I need to stop freaking out about little things, but I'm still going to freak out about them and write to Reddit about it? Have we gone beyond the speak to him about it
maybe
situation? At the end of the day, they're both 18. So
they're also both really young, and one would assume quite inexperienced.
Yeah. Should we see what the people say?
Yeah, let's see what the people are.
I say people, the Redditors.
No one says anything apart from Automod.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nobody said anything. Nobody cares. Is the simple answer. That was posted 17 days ago over N3232, and nobody cares enough to comment.
Because unlike many things in this world, no one gives a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, right, because you're right. She's obviously tried to talk to him, and he said stop freaking out, and maybe that's what she needs to do, is stop freaking out. But at the same time, I do think she needs to actually not just say, hey, why aren't you just being like, actually, no, that's what I want from you. That's kind of what I want in the relationship. That's who I am. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is, what if he says, oh, yeah, that's not me?
Then I guess they are destined to find other people in the future.
Well, yeah. Or maybe she just needs to recalibrate what her expectations are. I mean, again,
maybe.
They're both 18.
That's it. They're so young. 18, so young. You're probably gonna have many more relationships in your lifetime, unless you're one of the very few people who find someone that young and stick with them for the rest of your life. But yeah. So you could always just get petty revenge on them if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But just find some way to get some petty revenge. And speaking of petty revenge,
oh yes. I had a feeling you were going somewhere with that.
I was going to say, could you tell I was going somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh dear, I was literally just like scrolling through Reddit and came across this wonderful article. She always calls me just the boyfriend, so I helped her move quietly. I'm not sure what the quietly bit is about. I have read the story already, so I'm not sure where the quietly bit comes in, but
okay,
whatever. Okay. So my girlfriend's sister never liked me. every time we were around the family, she'd say stuff like, "You're just her boyfriend, not family," or "Don't get too comfortable." I let it slide for for over a year because I didn't want to start any drama. A few months ago, she needed help moving apartments. Nobody else was free, and she asked me. I said, "Sure." Showed up early, loaded the truck. I even brought her a coffee. She was kind of shocked. When we finished, she just looked at me and said, "I didn't think you'd actually show." I just smiled and said, "Yeah, I'm just the boyfriend of your sister, remember?" She stared at me for a second and act like guilty. She's been way more respectful since. I mean, you might call that petty revenge. I call that being the bigger person.
Mm-hmm.
Actually being a person. It's like, yeah, okay, she doesn't like you. That's kind of obvious, but but what you've done is just prove her that actually you are a good person, or you're the right person for her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it before. I've turned up to a friend's house to help him move, or a former friend. I haven't spoken to him for 9 years-ish, give or take. But I helped him move house just because out of the blue he messaged me. We started talking, and then literally a month later he was like, "Oh yeah, and I'm planning to move house." I was like, "Oh, you need any help?" And I went down and I helped him move house. Helped him decorate the old place, just to clean it up a little. And yeah, super friend. That's just the kind of person I am. If you ask me if you to move house, I will, as long as I'm free, I will probably say yes. Depending on how good our relationship actually is. If I actually don't like you, then no, I'm probably not going to do that. But it's that, we hadn't spoken to each other for a couple of years. He reached out. We were chatting for, a month or so, and then he mentioned he was moving house, so I offered. I was, because I thought, right, because we were always good friends before. When we worked together, we were good friends. Mm-hmm. So then when he said he was moving house, I obviously knew what his game was, and I was like, "Do you need a hand? When are you moving? Do you want a hand?" Cool, yeah, no worries. Hey, free pizza. That's literally what it came down to for me. Free pizza. Yeah. And beer. Yeah. Because I used to drink beer at the time. Yeah. Not saying I don't drink beer anymore. It's very rare now. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Then he ran off with my girlfriend. I haven't spoken to him since.
Right, yeah.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy. you know who it is.
We don't like that guy.
No, we don't like that guy. That guy's a knob.
If you're listening at that guy, you can fuck off.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Right into the wind. I don't, or whatever a devastating phrase would be. Yeah. I'm over it. I'm completely over it.
Yeah, that was a plot twist.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that guy. Yeah, it was that friend.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah, I drove all the way down there, helped him move, and yeah, then he stole my girlfriend. So
excellent. I mean, not excellent. I mean,
I'm over it.
What a dick.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice bit of I kind of like. I've literally just stumbled across this subreddit called Petty Revenge, and I was like, that's quite interesting. Yeah, I thought it was different to the mildly interesting or mildly infuriating subreddits I go to. So
yeah,
quite good. Well, I think there's another one that I found earlier on as well, but I can't remember where it is.
Was that?
Oh, my boss keeps scheduling meetings. Well, we can cover that in a bit. That's fine.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I assume you're prepping a cat of the week, having just glanced over at the screen.
Oh no.
No. You just.
Well, I kind of was, but I haven't quite got there.
Okay. Shall I go ahead with my?
As the actress said. Yes.
I haven't quite got there. Anyway, here's another petty revenge, everyone. Hey! My boss keeps scheduling meetings during lunch, so I started eating lunch in every meeting. And this is the kind of thing that I would do. I'm not going to lie. I used to take my lunch break at the same time every day, 12 till 1. I don't eat breakfast, just coffee. You eat coffee, that's weird. So my lunch is essential, and I can't just skip it.
Yeah.
My calendar was blocked, but my boss, newly promoted power tripping, started scheduling meetings right in the middle of it. The first couple of times I let it slide, figured maybe it was urgent, But then it became a pattern. I pushed back and reminded him that this was during my break, and to which he said, well, we all have to make sacrifices sometimes. I mean, that's a dick move, I'm not going to lie. Somebody says, no, that's my scheduled lunch break. You need to figure that shit out, or just don't expect me to be there.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool, got it. The next meeting, I showed up with a full plate of spaghetti and meatballs. I had my camera on and mic unmuted, slurping, chewing, and occasionally gave thumbs up while mid-bite. A few days later, it repeated, so I brought sticky wings. Last week on Thursday, it happened again. Glad I still had my pizza. He finally asked, do you have to eat during the meeting? I smiled and said, we all have to make sacrifices sometimes. It's Friday today, and we don't have any meetings during my lunch hours this week. I mean, that's the kind of shit that I would do.
Yeah.
100% I'd do that, because like, literally, I block out my lunch break in my calendar every day. 'Cause that's the level I'm at, is I have to schedule my lunch break in my calendar. So if anyone's looking at my calendar, they know not to book anything in there. Or when they go to put a meeting in, it'll come up with a little message on the top that says, this person will be unavailable, or conflicts with one something, like, I don't know if, in Outlook, if you are trying to schedule a meeting with somebody within your company, I think it depends on your settings, but it will usually put a little message on to say, where you can check, or it will automatically check calendars, and it will say, actually, this person's next free slot is here, and then you can try and reschedule. Yeah. Not that anyone ever pays attention to it, but when someone tries to book a meeting during my lunch break, I just respond immediately with a no. I'm like, nope. And I'm not even going to tell you why. If you bothered to look at my calendar, you'd see that's the same slot every day, and that's probably my break time. 12 to 12:30, that's my lunch break. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
It's literally so some people at work have started doing where you can share all of the details in your calendar. So anyone that goes into the address book to add your calendar to theirs, so they can see to schedule, which I do all the time. Some people actually set it so you can see everything that's in there. And I've considered doing this so people can actually see what it is that I'm up to, so they know potentially not to schedule a meeting. But I thought, no, I won't do that. But I was like, if I did, I'd change where it says lunch to leave me the fuck alone. Just so if anyone ever did look at it and it'd just say, leave me the fuck alone, they'd be like, I'll probably leave that. But I haven't. I don't like the idea that everyone can see every meeting that I'm in. When it just says busy, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't need to see the details of everyone's calendars. So, yeah, I won't share all of the details of my calendar. Plus, I do put some personal stuff in there as well. I have therapy appointments every so often, and that goes into my work calendar. So, again, people don't block the time out.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to share that. Even though, yes, I can right-click on it and go make private, and then people won't be able to see it. But I'm like, I don't want to take that. I'll just leave it as is. I don't want to do extra work. That's the thing. I don't want to do extra work. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
Petty revenge. Petty rage.
Petty revenge.
Yeah.
Have you ever meted out petty revenge?
Not that I can remember. What I might do is when we take a break in a few minutes, I'll go and contemplate that while sat on the toilet.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's the level of detail we really needed.
Exactly. You see, you didn't need to know, so I shouldn't have said that. So therefore, I that's why I don't share all the details in my calendar. I'm not going to block out the time that's gone for a shit. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah. That's my designated shitting time.
Yeah, that's it. That's my morning ablutions time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should we have a cat of the week?
Let's have a cat of the week.
Yeah.
Cat of the week. Meow meow.
Did you hear the jingle that time?
I did, yes.
Yes. Got it working.
Yeah, it's really handy. Because, for those people that don't quite realise, up until now, I've not been able to hear the jingle when you're playing it. And then I know what's coming. So when the cat comes up, I go, meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
And usually crashes the meow, meow on the jingle.
Precisely.
Yeah. Anyway, meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
I've got... I didn't really prepare and think properly,
fine.
but I've just had a little bit of a look around to see what I deem and therefore is our cat of the week, and it's this one here. I say this one. I mean, you could say. I mean, we're going to say the cat of the week is the one on the right.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? But this is a cat in cow. This is
What? A cat in cow?
Yeah, the caption just simply says cow. I don't know whether that's the name of the cat or
cat of week.
Oh, it could be actually. Yes, we'll go with that. But anyway, here's a cat.
Next to a Lego cat.
I think they're quite cute. The sort of oh, who's the one with the the little birds? There's a little bird getting chased around by a cat.
Oh, Sylvester.
Sylvester, that's the one. Yeah, that's quite a chunky Sylvester there.
I'm going to say that looks like Sylvester's let himself go a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And he stood for listeners. He stood next to what is quite a flattering, therefore, version of himself in Lego.
Well, you see, because the Lego cat is thinner, I'd argue that cat is actually fattening, making the fat cat look fatter. It's fattening, not flattening.
Yes.
Flattering.
Yeah.
I also assume that the fat cat could flatten the Lego cat, making it flattening. I'll stop now.
When there's a group photo, do you find yourself gravitating towards anybody that's larger than yourself?
Yes, every time.
Me too.
Yep.
So if you see me coming towards you when somebody's got a camera out, you should be very offended.
I knew that's where you were going. As soon as you said, if you see me coming towards you, I was like, I know where this is going, I've started doing things like just trying to hide myself at the back, but even then, just like also trying to suck my gut in a little bit just to make my boobs look bigger, because that's all that does.
That is the benefit of being quite tall. You can be fat and stand at the back.
I mean, it's still obvious that I'm fat because I'm just wider than everybody else.
Yeah.
Even when there's people in front of me blocking the view, you can just tell.
Yeah.
My face, my shoulders, my man boobs, it just gives it away.
Yeah. I mean, this cat here, I mean, that's a cat with no neck.
Hench. That cat is hench.
Yeah. That's right. I think it's a cat that could do with going on a bit of a diet. I mean, I say that. I mean, I'm not a cat, but I certainly could do with going on a diet.
I too am not a cat.
I too am not a cat, but
I am here. I am not a cat. As per that lawyer in America during COVID.
Oh yes,
yeah. Remember that?
That's a classic, isn't it?
That is a classic. Hello, I'm here. I am not a cat.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's our next thing when it comes to technical innovation is to get the sound. So we can you see if you can find that and play it?
I will have a go. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that would be a fun reminder of that particular COVID classic.
I am not a cat.
Yeah. Which is almost as much of a classic as the who's the
right. Hang on, I've got to try and get it on the screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is where the technology might fail us slightly, because if I just share that, all we're going to get is this. So if I do that, can I?
Yeah, that would work enough because you've got the cat in the bottom right.
Maybe. Oops.
You might remember the guy. Do you remember the guy that was on the news and half his family ended up walking in on his interview?
Yes,
being recorded remotely.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. I need to put the sound into the broadcast. There we go.
There's a little toddler in a one of those things with wheels.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Hopefully you can hear it and everyone can hear it. And let me just turn the volume up.
We're trying to. Can you hear me, Judge? I did not know that Zoom could turn me into a cat, and I did not know that a cat Zoom could turn me into an internet celebrity, but it all happened in just a matter of hours.
Okay. You're going to show us the video of the cat talking?
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take a look.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It
You
is, and
think it's a
I don't
filter?
know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Got on the Zoom. Everything seemed fine. When my picture popped up, I was in the waiting room with the judge. When the judge called the case,
There you go.
I disappeared.
I'm not a cat. So good. I am here. I am not a cat. I mean, if that's not cat of the week, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that was cat of the week.
Yeah, that Cats of the Week.
Cat of the week. Meow meow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you a Lego aficionado?
I'm really not a Lego
You're not a
aficionado.
Lego person.
I understand why people enjoy it, and I do recall when I was younger, playing with Lego and such. I was never so into it that I had to spend so much money buying bricks or models. It's like you buy some of the models, they cost so much money. They're so expensive. I'd rather channel that money into technology. I'm more of a tech person, into gaming stuff, and
Yeah.
that's where my money goes.
Yeah.
And hookers. But
Yeah. I did I did a bit when I was younger. I built I remember having a police station that I built
yeah,
out of Lego. I don't remember anything else.
I always wanted, and not Lego related, but certainly when I was younger and toy related, I always wanted the Ghostbusters fire tower.
Oh yeah.
Like the firehouse tower, and then to be able to drive Ecto 1 out through the doors. That was always cool. Oh, that's what I really wanted. Never got it though.
Yeah.
Never got. I got a big like toy of Ecto 1. That was awesome. Of the car. That was cool. Never know what happened to that. I think it just disappeared one day, along with a whole trunk full of toys. I think we've spoken about this on the show before. We had a big, massive trunk in the basement, or on the ground floor, I should say, that had all our toys in it. Just one day, it was gone.
I think you were telling me about this last week.
Yeah, I think that was a last week conversation.
Yeah.
So we won't go over old ground.
No, let's
instead,
not do that. Yeah.
Instead, I think we should just take a break.
I think we should.
Because if I don't, I will pee all over my nice new chair.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Again, making sure we got the right amount of information.
Was it just the right amount of info? We'll be right back, folks. Hi, everybody.
Hello, we're back in the room.
Yeah, I just spotted that Bex was in the chat. I'm not sure if that was just before or during the break, saying that her son has the Ghostbusters car and house, and it's pretty cool. I mean, that is cool, considering that thing was around in like the late 80s, early 90s, unless this is like a new updated version.
Well, it's all the rage again, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah, we've got the new video, the new movies, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got the new ones now.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Frozen Empire to come out on Apple TV so I can watch it for free. Well, I say for free, I still pay a subscription for it, but I'm not going to Prime or going to Amazon to rent it for £3 something. No, just not going to do that. I'll wait for it to come out on a streaming service, or I don't have to pay anything extra.
Yeah.
Did I just go really? Oh no, it's because I'm leaning on my volume control again. I was like, why am I so loud suddenly? No, it's just me. Just me being an idiot. There we go.
I mean, are there actually anything? I mean, there's so many films now that are just remakes or rehashes of things that have already been
Decades in the waiting sequels.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. Oh god, there was another one recently, which even I was like, oh my god, really? They're doing another one. Well, actually, I mean, when the Ghostbusters Afterlife came out, I actually really enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad film. But I was like, oh, wow, they've left it like 30-something years. Oh, Top Gun, that was the other big one.
Oh, yeah, Top Gun Maverick.
36 years. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, what? Why?
Yeah, and also I was watching something, and it points out quite a few inaccuracies with that. Like, for example, how old the Goose's son is,
Yeah.
because he's like sort of depicted as being in his 20s or whatever.
He
But
would
actually,
be in his late 30s by that point.
yeah,
And definitely should not be a lieutenant
yeah,
in his late 30s.
yeah,
He should be running his own ship.
yeah,
So,
yeah, and of course all the. No, I know what it was. It was top. Oh, what was it called? The Family Guy version.
Fat Gun.
Fat Gun. That was it. It was Fat Gun, and that was so funny. And it was just it was full of little jibes about the making of the film and the sequel, and the fact that all the women weren't in the sequel. You know, because compared to what's his name? Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They're all sort of somebody's gran now.
Yeah, I think they're all grandmothers. That's what they said, wasn't it? It's because we're all grandmas now.
Oh yeah. But no, that was really. I would say that was a good sequel. It was a solid sequel.
When I first watched it, because we went to the cinema to watch it, and I kind of came out of it. I was like, man, it wasn't bad. Felt like they threw a lot of stuff in there gratuitously, because they could. But then I also kind of went, I'm pretty sure I've watched this exact movie from 1977. Yeah, you may have heard of it, called Star Wars, where they fly along a trench, avoiding getting shot at, to then shoot something into a really small hole and then escape. Yeah. But then I've watched it a couple more times, and I think I'm just appreciating it for the art piece that it is. Yeah. Which is, live action airplanes. That speaks to me in many ways. Being a plane person, I very much like planes and flying and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it speaks to me on a lot of different levels, and I think actually it's plus Jennifer Connelly, Penny Benjamin, the bartender lady. That's right. Okay. Smash, 100%.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm sure she'll be pleased to find out that.
I'm sure, yes,
it was a good film though, because
it was a good film.
There wasn't any bullshit. It was like, okay, we're going to have an action film. Everybody likes the original. It's going to be a bit like the original. Like you say, there's planes. There's
planes. Sort of someone dies.
Yeah.
It's a mission that no one else can do. It's an all-round good popcorn film. Yeah. You can sit there and with your popcorn, and it's a great film for that.
Yeah, you don't sit there thinking, what have they done with this?
Yeah.
This is so sad or whatever.
Again, there's a couple of bits now I was just like when Miles Teller, Rooster, when he's like, "Oh, talk to me, Dad," you're like, "Oh, knob off," Or when he says, "Come on, Mav, do some of that pilot shit," and he's like, "No, just don't do that. There's no need for it. Make your own film, okay? We don't need crowd please or fan pleasing bits like that in there. We just don't. You've made a film with F-18s, which are pretty cool fighter planes already. In live action, no CGI in there. It's already pretty damn cool. Okay, we don't need fan pleasing bullshit like that." But then I say that about a lot of sequels or a lot of things that rehash old content. In the mainstream. The other example I thought of is the last Star Trek movies. There's so many fan pleasing moments in there. I won't go into it because I know how me talking about Star Trek bores you and everybody else that's watching. But there's so many fan pleasers in it, and then the first one in 2009, you kind of go, yeah, you know what? We'll let you get away with it because we haven't had a movie in like however many years. When was it? When did Nemesis come? Was that 2002? okay, 7 years. So we haven't had anything Star Trek related in 7 years. We'll let it go. But then they do the same thing in the next film. You're like, okay, no, I'm out. I don't need that. And then they do it again in the third, and you're like, just it brings the quality and the whole feel of the thing down.
Yeah.
Because they're just piling in all this stuff for nostalgia's sake.
Yeah.
And thankfully they didn't do it too much in Top Gun, but there was still some bits in there which were there for nostalgia's sake. Even fucking Rooster sitting at the piano with his sunglasses on, singing and playing playing music.
Yeah. I haven't got the foggiest idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's all valid points.
Sorry, I forgot there for a moment that I pay far more attention to films than you do.
Certain types of films. The one that should be a common experience is I recently rewatched all of the Back to the Future films.
Nice.
That actually works because they all lead into one another.
Yep.
So yeah, it's like a whole story in a few volumes.
Yeah, when you create this story arc across a number of different films, it sort of works. Oh, actually, no, I'll take that back. Back to the Future, it worked. Star Wars, it did not. No, sorry, the original Star Wars trilogy, it did.
Mm-hmm.
But then the prequel and the sequel series did not.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, they were just rehashing old content. Rehashing old stories, and like I said, I'll Star Trek again. The second, the 2012, I think it was, Star Trek movie, Star Trek Into Darkness, was basically a rehash of the original Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. They just literally used the same script. Star Wars, like The Force Awakens, was a complete rehash of Episode 4, A New Hope, which I hate calling it that because that was just Star Wars, even though it was technically Episode 4. But anyway, that's the whole thing. And then in the one after that, I can't remember what it was called now. Whatever that one was a rehash of the script from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Again, I pay far more attention to movies than I do anything else in life, apparently. So my mum always said to me, if I paid more attention in maths and science as I did to film and TV, I'd be unstoppable. I was like, but I like film and TV. I enjoy it. That's my... Anyway, we'll end up in a whole... I'll end up in a whole rant about how the school system is rigged. So yeah.
Well, I'm. Let's come to that. Why not? But first, the chat's kicking off.
It is.
Yeah. Bex has commented again and said he's oddly only interested in the original Ghostbusters movie. Oh, referring to a son. Oddly interested. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, there you go. I mean,
even Ghostbusters 2.
The originals are always the best.
I mean, the original is the best. I'm not going to lie about that. But number 2 wasn't terrible. It wasn't great.
Was number 2 when they did a whole female crew?
No, we'll come to that.
Right, okay.
We'll circle back to that one. No, number 2 was the god in the painting, Vigo, I think his name was, and the ooze under the city, where everyone's being so negative, it makes this ooze multiply. It's basically an amoeba for ghostly goo, and there was a painting which had the spirit of some evil person. And this goo was basically feeding this evil person in the painting, and he basically then comes to life and then tries to take over the body of a child. And it was a very lacking story, but it was still popcorn fun.
Yeah,
that was the thing. It was a good popcorn flick. Now, Girlbusters, on the other hand, which was 2016, Melissa McCarthy and some other people that I don't remember their names. That was supposed to be a thing, but then it really wasn't a thing. I think that was supposed to be a reboot, but making it all about girl power, but it didn't really work because everyone remembered the original Ghostbusters movies and when these were way better than this thing. And it turned out the ghosts weren't really ghosts. They were digital projections, and it just turned it into a whole load of bollocks. So then everyone forgot about it. And then they made Ghostbusters Afterlife, which actually kind of saved them a little bit.
Right.
And Afterlife wasn't actually that bad. I quite enjoyed it. Even with Paul Rudd's goofiness in it. He was the comic relief of the film. But it kind of worked. But again, also rehashing an old story. But they also kind of developed it a bit further. It wasn't just going, right, we're going to take the old script because we know this works, and we're going to dump it into this other film. They actually went, right, we're going to look at this, and actually we're going to develop the story a bit more, and we're going to use some of the same characters, and we're going to use the same kind of lore, and just develop that into something completely different. You know, it's the whole, you know, I think it was Gozer in the first Ghostbusters film was the main protagonist. Excuse me. And they basically developed that character story, again, God from thousands of years ago or whatever. And then basically Gozer's coming back and is going to take over the world again, and the Ghostbusters stop them. You know, well, the descendants of the Ghostbusters stop them, along with the OG Ghostbusters, because they have to be in there. Spoiler alert, by the way. But then they also have to put in a CGI version of one of the dead people because the actor is actually dead. But you couldn't have Ghostbusters without his character in there. So they made a CGI ghost out of him.
Moving swiftly towards another thing, because keeping with the ghosts, the other one that was recent was Beetlejuice.
I haven't seen that yet.
You've not? Okay.
I haven't seen the new Beetlejuice yet.
Okay.
Because of Top Gun and Ghostbusters. I then just, you know, like you, excuse me, sorry, have basically gone, okay, there's now this trend of just making sequels for 30-year-old films. Or even longer, or even older. And I kind of went, yeah. And haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, the thing that made me want to watch it originally was, and I remember I saw it at the cinema, but the reason I wanted to watch it because it had a lot of the same people in it. So a lot of the same cast. So I thought, well, okay, fair enough. It's when they try to change it. The worst thing is when they've got something that works, and they think, oh, we'll spin it out. We'll spin it out a bit more. We'll have some other, and this whole things was like, oh, we got a whole universe of things. So we've got infinite amount of bloody films that they can make out of it.
Yep.
And I think, I to some extent, I'm thinking, oh, they're just waiting until the day that they can get AI to make the whole bloody thing, and they can go, oh, brilliant, 20 more of those, please. Right. The Beetlejuice is good. The problem is when they do it to spin it out just to make money, or if they take something that was good, and this will happen with, when you've got the 30-year gap and stuff like that, they take something that's good, they give it an entirely new cast, and then make the whole thing more or less the same, but they make it woke.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're talking about something that the Walt Disney Company has already done. They called it Star Wars.
Right.
That's basically what they did with The Force Awakens. They gave it an entirely new cast. They reused an old story, and they made it a bit more woke.
Yeah.
So, your predictions are correct.
Yeah. There we go.
But yeah, I mean, and again, okay, and Star Trek again did this. Not so much rehashing a script; it was a brand new script and a brand new story, but whatever. But Star Trek Beyond 2016, one of the main characters called Sulu. I'm sure you've heard of Mr. Sulu from Star Trek. They essentially hinted that he is a gay character.
Oh, right.
During that film.
Yeah.
I think most people don't care.
No.
But you look at it and you're like, if anything, I'm probably going to disprove my own point, but I don't like it when they throw it in your face all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. Gay people exist. Transgender people exist. And that's completely fine. I don't need it thrown in my face in every film or TV show that I'm watching. But then with Star Trek, they kind of just hinted at it, and you're like, meh, all right, fair enough, whatever. And they didn't really throw that in your face too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did disprove my own point. But that's the bit I don't like. Go woke, whatever, acknowledge that, there are different types of people in the world. That's completely fine. I just don't need it thrown in my face all the time. Because I think TV and film went through a stage of that really heavily as well. was like every show had to have a very obvious gay couple in it.
Well, the thing is, it is not about them necessarily being there or having character. The worst thing is when you've got something that's already existing and then they change it. So then they swap the people in that to fit in whatever demographics they want or whatever, particular types that they want.
Yeah.
And they swap people around. Create new characters, create new stories if that's what you really want. And then they can be judged on their own merits.
Yeah.
But what you can do is absolutely tank a memory of a great film or TV series or whatever it may be, because you've just swapped out all the characters for a whole rainbow of different types of people.
A spectrum.
Which is silly. It's the amount. It's like you go from every show, every film. There are several characters, and then you think to yourself, "Okay, that's great." And then watching adverts in between, like every advert, you've got to have a gay couple. You got pretty much every example of. A depiction of like 2 or 3 couples or 3 or 4 couples has to include.
Yeah.
It has to include one.
I was like, well, you sort of, like I say, I think film and TV went through that phase where every show or film had to depict every orientation possible.
Yeah.
Or some of them, but then when you kind of look at everything as a collective, you kind of go, well, Hollywood or wherever it is depicting every orientation possible.
And it's a massive overrepresentation.
Essentially, yeah.
It's just, well, you know that. I mean, it's...
I don't know. I don't know the statistics on...
It's like 0.5% of the population. And yet every program. Now I remember, it was years ago. I don't know if you ever watched Coronation Street. Okay, so in Coronation Street, and when I say years ago, I am talking.
Oh, you're talking about what's her face, the transgender lady.
Yes,
because I did watch it then, because my parents watched it then, and I had no choice.
Roy Cropper was married to.
Deirdre Rashid, is that her name? That's the name I've got in my head.
No, that's somebody completely different.
Okay.
Haley Cropper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Haley. So that was a trans character.
I mean, ahead of its time, 100%.
Way ahead of its time. And that's fine. And it also, they dealt with it. It wasn't like, we just got a trans character and just, we forgot about it. But, they sort of dealt with it. And years before that, I'm probably 80, maybe 90s, I can't remember exactly, on EastEnders, they had a character who had AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS. Da, da, da.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. No, you see, what was his name? Something or other. I can't remember.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of EastEnders ever.
Yeah, Fowler, somebody Fowler.
Okay.
Anyway, one of the families in EastEnders are called the Fowlers, and then there's the guy who his name he was a Fowler, and had AIDS, but for like bloody years as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's well outlasting most people who would. Mark Fowler, thank you very much, Bex in the chat. It was Mark Fowler. So there we go.
There you go.
There we have it. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're talking
about wokeism.
So just saying, we'd had the representation, and I would say we probably had the representation, and have had the representation at the right level.
Okay.
But then, like you say, it's kind of thrown in your face because it's constant.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right, whatever.
Well, I'm now trying to think of an
What's the
example while you've been talking about EastEnders and thinking about that Mark Fowler. I've been trying to think of example, but so I think I've forgotten most of the TV that I have watched. But yeah, but there was a definite period not that long ago where actually I might even be thinking of Star. No, I think I was. I was thinking of Star Trek again. Like in Star Trek Discovery, there's a gay couple in there. There's a transgender person in there, or a couple of trans people in there, I think. As the show goes on, and I just got to a point where I was just like, I'm kind of bored. I get it, I understand, and I accept, but I don't need you to slap me around the face with it every episode.
Yeah. There's also, I mean, when is Star Trek supposed to be set?
In the far, far, far future.
How far?
That Discovery is the 22nd century, like mid 22nd century, I think.
And you're telling me there isn't a cure by then?
Wow.
So anyway, what else have we got?
Okay. I don't know.
I'll tell you what we got. I've got something from relationship problems.
More relationship problems. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I, F27, got upset at my boyfriend, M26.
Those are some weird names.
Yeah. M26. I mean, it sounds more like a motorway than a man. For texting another ex-female co-worker,
A co-worker.
For texting another ex-female co-worker of I can't talk today of his more than me.
He texts an ex-co-worker more than he texts her. I think is what she's saying.
Yeah, what's your opinion? For reference, me and my boyfriend, actually it should be my boyfriend and I, have been dating for about a year and a half now. And throughout this relationship, there has been plenty of letdowns when it comes to trust on his end. Oh. For the past few months, he has become less consistent when texting me throughout the day, and he says that he's busy with work, and even when he gets off of work, he barely texts me last night. I went through his phone and saw a text. Here we go.
Okay, he didn't text you because he was with you.
I went through his phone and saw a text conversation from him and an ex-coworker. The conversation wasn't very disrespectful or flirtatious on his end. Oh, I see. But you can tell she does flirt with him, and I blew up on him and told him that if he wanted to be talking to other girls like that, me and him, he and I, could break up, and he could be free to do that because I'm raised more traditional. Oh dear, this is a hard read. And personally, I don't see the need to have such close relationships with the opposite sex unless you are childhood friends. Wow. That was a long sentence.
It really was.
Yeah.
Even I struggled with that one.
Dating her is probably a long sentence as well. He wasn't flirting back, but the problem, he wasn't flirting back. So there you go. It sounds like you don't have an issue. Yeah. So shut up. He wasn't flirting back, but the problem is that he was working with her and hanging out with her at work and texting her throughout the day and after work more than he texts me. So, well, of course, because you were like, are you in the break room? Yeah. Oh, Derek's a dick, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, watch out, it's coming through. Or, you are going to text back and forth, aren't you, with a co-worker? You do that all the time. He wasn't flirting back. He really wants to be. He didn't think it was bad because he wasn't flirting back, and that he only wants to be with me. But I don't know how to feel. I'm angry. I feel like actions speak louder than words, and clearly he has time for her and literally only texts me about 8 times throughout the day while they're having back-to-back conversations. I don't know if I should continue to stay in the relationship or if I'm being overreactive. Wow. Right, okay.
I feel like you're overreacting, love.
I think she's totally overreacting. If he's texting, if he's only texting about 8 times throughout the day, 8 times,
Yeah.
and that's an issue, then no, that's no good. He's at work. Throughout the day, he's at work. And yes, he might be texting a coworker, but you can actually see why you would be texting a coworker.
Right. Here's the message that this person should be taken away. You are boring as fuck. And this co-worker is way more interesting than you, and that's why he's talking to her.
Wow, CJ's gone nuclear on this one.
I really have, because that is fucking ridiculous. Okay. He didn't text you that evening, so you picked up his phone. He's with you. Why would he text you? Oh my... I'm sorry. No, that's triggered me, that one.
Okay, I'm going to generously interpret
Go for it.
that this absolute cluster of a written piece has mixed up the days to some degree. So and conflating two things there. So I would imagine that one evening he didn't text her, and then at another point when he was with her, she managed to look through his phone. This is where it's gone wrong. She's looking through his phone at his messages. Why?
There's no need for anyone to do that.
There's no reason to do that. Even when she's looked at the messages, what she's done is she's pinpointed him messaging a coworker, not flirting. She hasn't got any stories about anything in particular that she's said.
Nope.
No stories in particular of anything that she's sent.
Nope.
Images such and like, whatever. So it's not even as though he's trying to bat this woman away or anything, because she's clearly not flirting to the degree that, there's anything quotable. So it's all nonsense. And worse than that, she thinks that texting 8 times a day is only.
I mean, even I think that's a lot of texting.
Yeah.
8 times a day, texting 8 times a day. Is that 8 individual text messages or 8 text conversations?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you were reading that, it was like 8 individual text messages.
But he clearly has time for her and literally only texts me about 8 times throughout the day.
Okay. I'll take that as individual messages.
Yeah. While they're having back-to-back conversations. Well,
I mean, it's a former co-worker. They clearly have things to talk about because they've got something in common. Now, right, okay. Now there was a time when actually, or there is a time when I'll have a conversation. Have text conversations with people that I used to work with, because we reminisce about stuff. We reminisce about the job or the things that we were actually, the reasons we became friends in the first place.
Yeah.
Which, you've been dating this guy for a year, the magic's kind of worn off, I'm going to assume. And now it's, 8 times a day. I don't even text my own girlfriend 8 times a day. Because it gets to a point where you're just like, would this be better? It's like, right, and I'm going to liken this to work, okay? It gets to a point where I'm having an instant message conversation with somebody at work, on Teams, and I get to a point where I just go, you know what? I'm just going to call you, and we're going to have a phone conversation. And I'm exactly the same when I'm texting my girlfriend as well. It's just like, you know what? Should we just call? Yeah, can I just call you? This is going to be easier if I just call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd much rather have that kind of conversation with you than just sit here and text you all the time. Because actually, if we're just going to sit here and text, I'd much rather be off doing something else. Because actually, what I'm doing is then wasting time waiting for you to text me back. When I could just be off doing something else. Whereas if I'm in the other
thing is...
Go on.
But again, he's not in front of this ex-colleague.
No.
They're not together for periods of time now. So if he gets it, so his girlfriend, sorry, they will spend time together. Certainly enough time together that she can get hold of his phone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the payoff, isn't it? So yes, they may not text a million times during the day, and he may text somebody else, maybe more. Who cares? He's not spending quality time with that person.
I just think this person's overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Mm.
But again, with lots of relationship advice, don't talk to Reddit. Talk to them.
Yeah.
I would be the worst therapist ever. I'd be like,
oh yeah.
I'd be like, well, don't talk to me about it. Go talk to them.
Yeah.
Tell them how you feel. Because I don't give a crap. I mean, I'm glad you're paying me, but I can't fix it for you. I'm not going to go talk to them. That's for you. Oh, worst therapist ever.
Worst therapist. Well, I mean, worst thing in terms of commenting on Reddit posts, because you were just saying, well, don't get on Reddit. Just talk.
Right, you know what? If I was a therapist, maybe that would be my play. Just being like, okay, well, I'm not sure why you're talking to me. You can go and post this onto Reddit for free. There's a subreddit called Relationship Problems, and the internet will give you their opinion, and you don't have to pay them for it.
And you would go out of business.
I really would.
And in the same way as we'd be out of the business of talking about people from Reddit if they didn't post.
Right.
So please do keep it coming. And if anybody out there has got any particular problems, issues, they want to know whether the arsehole, get in contact with us and skip Reddit. Leave Reddit out of it. Come straight to us with your stories, and we will make a decision as to whether you're an arsehole or give you advice on what to do, which is probably likely to be go and talk about it or bin it off or whatever it may be.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But there we go.
There we go. I did find a Reddit post, and now I'm like, but it seems to have disappeared. Do you want some funny cat pictures? I can do some funny cat pictures for us.
Oh yeah, okay.
For today.
Runners up from Cats of the Week.
Yeah, not. I don't think. Well, they might be. They might take the.
Honourable mentions.
Yeah, honourable mentions for Cat of the Week.
Honourable meowtions.
Yeah. When being an arsehole is your legacy. This is a cat called Peregrine. He was a terrible pet, but we loved him anyway. Only 9 years old. Died at 9 years old. No, 19 years old. Scratch that.
19. Oh.
Yeah, 2002 to 2021. 19 years old.
Age for a cat.
Yeah. The arsehole escaped outside and bit me when I got him back in. That's quite a gruesome picture, isn't it? Have you ever been bitten by a cat to the point that they've drawn blood?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that must be quite painful.
Yeah. The problem is when you try and move away from it, or you sort of pull back. Unless it's a very vicious cat, generally speaking, they'll bite and grab, but not hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm judging by the background of this photo that this person's probably not a particularly responsible owner. You know, there's a tobacco tin there, there's pills on the side. It just looks generally quite, anyway.
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
This is called Wait Attack. This is just a cat hiding behind the door waiting for the other cat to come through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Troubadour. Okay, cat chewing on a toothbrush. So how long have you been doing that for? The cat's got to brush his teeth too.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm not up early enough, 4:45 a.m. for Her Majesty, so she has been purring in my ear to ensure that doesn't happen again. That will teach me to fall asleep on the sofa. Found out earlier this morning that Penny literally ate my brand new book. What's the worst thing your cats have eaten or destroyed in your house? What sorts of things have cats destroyed in your house?
I'm just trying to think. I had a cat. Well, it wasn't my cat actually. It was next door's cat. That used to come in, and it would basically destroy any kind of mealtime.
Right.
Because it was a very hungry cat. So she'd come in through the window, and then just grab anything that there was there. I mean, sometimes I'd have some chicken, so I'd have some chicken on the side.
Right.
Not like a side dish. I mean, on the side, on the table. And then
we've got duck l'orange with chicken on the side.
Yeah, and once she just went over and grabbed a whole piece of chicken and started buggering off with it.
Nice.
It's just it was just rudeness, you know. It wasn't even begging. It was like coming straight in for it. I was eating a sandwich once, and she kind of was wrestling me for this sandwich, and kind of grabbed it, and we were having sort of a bit of a tug of war with this sandwich, and I managed to pull it away. And when she pulled a claw back, a bit of the sandwich actually flicked up and hit me in the face.
What a dick.
Yeah.
How's about a Catgate fail? Is this a video or a GIF or what? There we go. No sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like we've missed part of it.
I feel like we have. Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen here.
I feel like I know what's going to happen. I spent 2 hours making this pet gate for Mike. Yeah, just fall straight through.
Yeah. Pet gate.
Yeah, pet gate. My cat keeps sitting on my head and licking my hair when I sleep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Meow hem.
Yeah. I seem to remember Elon Musk saying that he looks forward to the time when there's some sort of controversy, surrounding him, and they would call it Elongate.
Oh.
Mm.
You know what? I've made that noise and face, but actually, I think if my name was Elon,
Mm-hmm.
I could see that as being the kind of thing I'd think about too. Because when you have those, when you just get those random thoughts where you're just like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. And then you kind of think about it a bit more and you go, that really wouldn't be cool. That's the sort of things that comes into mind. I can't think of an example right now, but yeah, I know I've had those kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. I'm still flicking, personally, I'm still flicking through cat pictures, seeing if there's an interesting one.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Well, it's always nice to have some cat pictures. I mean,
of course.
I spend a lot of the time looking at cat pictures. But
I dared to bring home a sister for her. She hasn't stopped glaring since.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it? They say, I mean, cats absolutely have facial expressions and they can change them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sometimes cats just have absolute resting bitch face.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this cat has just got resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the angle as well.
Yeah, it's all in the eyebrows.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's that cat's probably not evil.
No, it's probably one of the most loving cats.
Yeah.
Is that a Russian blue? I'm not sure what that is. I think it's Russian blue.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Yeah. So that was a cheese.
Hey.
Do you know what? I've got something on Reddit if you want to move over.
Sure.
I haven't read it. Reddit. He said the thing.
Reddit.
I haven't as yet read it, but I was intrigued by the title. Am I the arsehole for criticising my husband's drilling skills?
Giggity. But yes, if we're talking about the same drilling.
I mean, or it could be some sort of, urban London rap thing. Or it could be, sticking it in and jigging it about. Who knows? We are moving right now. I think we know what it's going to be. My husband was taking down the stuff off the walls that I hadn't already taken down. My husband usually does most of the tool work.
Really?
Yeah, perhaps she needs to join in a bit more. Anyway, he does a lot of the tool work only because he insists, which is fine. But growing up, going to work with a carpenter dad and mastering a drill by 10, I couldn't take hearing him stripping the screws any longer. So I told him he was stepping the screws, and he needed to be more careful. He kept doing it, and so I told him again to ease the screw before going fast.
General good life advice.
I got to wonder what she's really writing about. He turned and started yelling at me that he's not stripping the screw. I literally pointed at the screw and showed him that. Yes, he was. He kept insisting he wasn't, and we just argued for a while until I dropped it. I mean, does he go in? Does he go in there into the kitchen and tell her how to make a sandwich?
Probably.
He's still upset hours later, and even called me an ass for doubting his skills. So I'm just wondering, am I the arsehole here? Should I have said nothing? Should I have not said anything? Yes. He's an office worker, and before that, he worked with his dad, who was a framer, but he only used nails back then.
Giggity.
I know this is such a small thing, giggity, but I'm a little upset about him calling me an ass over this, and for stripping the screws. Lol. I need to get new ones now.
Sounds like you need a new husband as well.
Yeah, so basically they're moving, so they're packing up, and he's ruining the screws.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We've all stripped a screw head, every once in a while, whether with a drill or a manual screwdriver, or certainly I have. It's not fun, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I could see why this person would find it that big of a deal, having grown up with a carpenter for a father.
Yeah.
Do
you know what this is? This is a classic case of woman-splaining.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but just leave him to it. I mean, if he's getting the screws out and he's going to get the screws back in again.
Worst case, you have to spend a few quid buying a bag of screws.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
It's really not that big of a deal. Getting upset that he called you an ass, I mean, he could have called you a lot worse. Sticks and stones and all that.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to sticks and stones?
Oh, that's gone by the wayside.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
Yeah.
We learned this as children. And, okay, yeah, it's not nice to be called names, but let it go. Just let it go. Like that, chick from Frozen. Just let it go.
But it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, if somebody calls you a name, it usually means they've lost an argument, because that's all they can do.
Yep.
Call you a name.
It's like when people swear in an argument, you're like, oh, you've clearly lost because all you can do is resort to swearing. It's like, no, because you pissed me off.
Yeah. But it does go in hand with people getting offended by everything. I'm offended. Oh. And I think a lot of it is just an excuse to be actually an excuse to be violent, because you can say, oh no, your words are hurting me, your words are violence, and you're conflating words with violence, and then, well, if somebody says something nasty to you, you can hit them. No,
I don't think that's how it works.
If somebody says something nasty, you go and walk away.
So you go, well, that guy's a dick, and then you walk away.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah. Just gotta let it go. Oh, right, okay. Complete subject change. Right, I heard a really interesting conspiracy the other day. Right, so there was this whole thing about Walt Disney having his head frozen. That was a thing. That was a conspiracy thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Apparently, like there was a company that was developing like cryogenic technology, but the real story is that they never actually got around to finishing the paperwork before Walt Disney died. So his head was never frozen. But it was a whole thing about Walt Disney's had his head frozen, and is currently below Disneyland or whatever. But then I heard another conspiracy theory based around that the movie Frozen was made just so when people Googled Disney Frozen, it didn't come up with conspiracy theories about Walt Disney having his head frozen. It actually came up with a movie instead.
Oh.
I just found that really interesting.
Yeah. It's, that's a fun theory.
It's the kind of wacko thing I can imagine the Walt Disney Company doing as well. Everyone's being like, right, people, literally the top search results on Disney is Disney Frozen because people want to know if Walt Disney's head has been frozen or if his body has been frozen or whatever. Yeah. We need to fix that. Let's make a movie called Frozen. What's it going to be about? I don't know. A couple of girls somewhere in perpetual winter. You know, and they got magical powers. Don't care. Just go write it. Yeah, and that's it. What a great conspiracy theory. I'm not into conspiracy theories really, but I was like, that one's just stupid. That's just stupid. I mean, they're all stupid, but
well, the thing with conspiracy theories, is they're not all stupid, but there's enough stupid ones out there for people to think they're all stupid. And I think that is by design. Here we go. Here's a conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory is that a lot of the conspiracy theories are set up to create noise in order to cover the conspiracies that actually do exist.
Maybe.
Because let's face it, if you're up to no good and you're thinking, oh God, people are talking about this, and I know we're trying to say it's a bit of a conspiracy theory, but I think we might get found out here. Then what they can do is they can say, oh, I tell you what we'll do is we'll get some absolute nutters to start a conspiracy theory.
Like the Earth is flat.
Yeah, Earth is flat, or something about 5G towers or whatever.
Government is spreading cancer through 5G.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll go with some really, stupid stuff, and we'll throw that in, and then actually the term conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorist will be them, basically just another insult, like, oh, you're a racist, oh, you're a bigot, oh, you're a fascist. Okay, it becomes meaningless. And therefore, when somebody says, well, I think this, and they're called a conspiracy theorist, they're sort of wrapped up with all the absolute nutters.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe it's like some kind of distraction tactic, like you say. It's they actually create a conspiracy theory to divert attention from the truth.
At the end of the day, there are conspiracies. There have been conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
There have been many conspiracies that have come to light. And before that happened, somebody was looking into it.
Yes.
And at that point, it was a theory. So, yes. I mean, if two or more people are conspiring, then it's a conspiracy. And if somebody finds out about that, they're a conspiracy theorist until it's found.
I'm looking at an article here called 21 of the Best Conspiracy Theories.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how they're judging these as best, I don't know. But there is 21 theories. I mean, there was a link that said a list of conspiracy theories. I was like, I'm not going through that. Anyway, the dead internet conspiracy theory. Have you heard about this one?
No.
This is basically where they're saying that actually most social media interaction is through AI and chatbots.
Mm-hmm.
For the purely to farm clicks, comments, and likes. Also platforms like Facebook, TikTok, etc. Yeah. They do this because more engagement leads to more advertising dollars, which makes sense, but It's an interesting one. I mean, I know, yes, chatbots are becoming a thing. I mean, that was the whole thing with Facebook months ago, wasn't it? Where they were basically saying, oh, we're releasing an AI into Facebook to engage with you as a user. And people went fucking nuts over it. People were like, why? Why do you even need to do that? I don't need AI friends. I have real friends. That was part of the reason why I left Facebook. I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to, get into that. Then it goes into 9/11. I think we've all heard the 9/11 conspiracies, Princess Diana's murder, subliminal advertising is a conspiracy theory. I mean, I thought that was just a thing. So the example it's given here is just a big sign that says "buy it" on it, and it's like, I remember something you were trying to tell me ages ago, like when it comes to like marketing and advertising and selling, and it's like that. Yeah, you go through your presentation, and then you say "buy now." With a pause, and then carry on your sentence. That subliminal thing of, buy it right now, which was really I found that fascinating when you told me that. I was like, that was really good. The other one I saw was it was a sign that said, in big letters, "free beer," but underneath the word "free" in small letters said Wi-Fi, and then above the word "beer" in small letters said "great beer." So it actually says "free Wi-Fi, great beer," but because of the way they've done it, it looked like it says "free." From a distance, all you see is "free beer." I'm sure there's got to be there's got to be a moral or ethical thing to that. Yeah. But again, genius, because people are going to see that and go, "Oh, free beer," and go in. No, free Wi-Fi, great beer. The moon landing hoax. I know you're not a believer of the moon landings.
Well, I have an open mind.
Okay,
should we say?
I mean, I believe we did go, but I'm a bit torn because I also kind of believe in no smoke without fire.
It does. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I don't like the no smoke without fire thing because. No, because if you start throwing some smoke around, all of a sudden, as far as you're concerned, you can just make up any old crap, can't you? But I don't know. It just seems a little bit implausible. It just seems a little bit far fetched.
Okay.
And I've told you my theory about hand dryers.
Remind me, Ted.
Okay, so. So it was about 10 years ago, was it, that we got the air blade?
Oh, the Dyson Airblade. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is the only thing will dry your hands like decent.
Effectively,
decent way. And since then, there's been some, really good hand dryers out there, and there's a whole variety now. But the chances are, if you go into some kind of public loo, there's going to be a hand dryer that actually dries your hands. Sometimes you get those old blocky ones with the push button.
So you got to press the button and it takes 10 minutes.
No, nothing. But these days, the technology on hand dryers is fantastic. 10 years ago. So we're talking 2000, let's say about 2015. And yet, in the 60s, even though we couldn't dry our hands properly, that's all I'm saying. This is why I'm saying it just seems a little bit far-fetched. And crystal clear images, video at the time, and okay. And then we can't. And then look at the fiasco they have at the the Eurovision Song Contest. I just don't. There is a little reasonable doubt. Let's just say that.
I agree. I agree. Well, that's what I mean. I believe they did go, but I understand why people would think we didn't go. It's fair cop, I think, on that one. Paul McCartney's death is another one, which I've heard a few things about. JFK's assassination. I don't think I know about this one. Did Lee Harvey Oswald act alone, or was there a second gunman on the ground? Oh, that,
Yeah, all that, yeah.
Yeah, Roswell landings, aliens. Protocols of the Elders of Zion.
Oh.
The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion is a hoaxed anti-Semitic book that purported to reveal a Jewish conspiracy to achieve world domination. It first appeared in Russia in 1905 and described how Christians' morality, finances, and health would be targeted by a small group of powerful Jews.
Mm.
Okay, fair enough. The Satanic Panic. During the 1980s and 90s, America became convinced that the underground network of Satanists was working together to kidnap, torture, and abuse children. I mean, I don't think it was Satanists, but that was definitely happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chemtrails from airplanes. That one still makes me laugh today. Just like, chemtrail, why? Why do you think that's a thing? Because you don't understand the physics behind why steam or clouds appear behind an airplane. Okay. You don't understand how fluid dynamics works. Got it. Barack Obama birtherism.
What?
Some conspiracies like chemtrails percolate in the background of certain communities, never really penetrating the larger public. Others have big impacts. The Barack Obama birtherism conspiracy is one of the latter. Barack Obama, the 44th president of the US, born in 1961 in Honolulu, Hawaii, but as soon as Obama began his campaign for president in 2008, birthers began to circulate the conspiracy that Obama had actually been born in Kenya, the country of his father. They argued that this meant Obama was not a natural-born citizen of the US, even though his mother was an American citizen, and thus he could not be president. Okay, that was just people who didn't want a black guy for the president. Gotcha.
Yeah, or I mean, the thing is that's
why Arnold Schwarzenegger can never be president.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's not a natural-born United States citizen. Even though he's a US citizen, he's not natural-born.
Yeah.
COVID and 5G. Probably there are conspiracies about the origin of the COVID virus, as well as basically every government's reactions. Many people believe doctors are lying about COVID-related deaths, blaming the virus for deaths with other causes. A distrust of Big Pharma fermented for years by alternating medicine advocates like Kevin Trudeau, best-selling author of Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, a textbook conspiratorial title, if they're ever has also fed into conspiracies about that's just people not believing in Big Pharma. Birds aren't real. Now, I heard this one the other day as well. Well, I'm sure I've heard it before, but it got reminded to me the other day that birds are not real. They're government drones.
Okay.
Birds are government drones. I mean, fine. If the government wants to stick drones on my fence out in my garden and watch me play games on my computer during the daytime, that's completely fine. But these birds are also landing on the grass and pecking at the worms that are poking their head out because it's been raining a lot here. So, the drones need feeding. I don't know. Yeah. Flat Earth, we all know about that. COVID treatments cause COVID deaths. I haven't heard that one. Reptilians run the US government. Yeah. Health authorities are hiding natural cures. And fan theories gone wild. Not all conspiracy theories are political or even that consequential. The world of internet fandom can be wild, with true believers on social media spinning dramatic tales about their favourite celebrities' real lives. Okay. They want you to eat bugs. Denver International Airport is a hub for the Illuminati. Now, I've heard this one before.
To what?
The Denver International Airport is a hub for the Illuminati.
Oh.
I've heard this before, and I'll read it because I don't remember the detail.
Yeah.
But the Denver International Airport is a quirky place known for its offbeat art. Gargoyles overlook the baggage claims. Murals depict scenes of war and horror. There's a 32-foot blue horse with red eyes presiding over the road leading in and out of the terminal. All of this weirdness combined with the municipal drama surrounding the airport's construction. Project went almost $3 billion over budget. sparked an array of conspiracy theories. The most common, according to the Denver Public Library, is that the airport is secretly the headquarters of the New World Order, the Illuminati, the reptilians, or some other shadowy groups with plans to take over the world. To bolster these beliefs, theorists spin alternative explanations of the airport's old decor. For example, an inlay in the floor with the symbols for gold AU and silver AG, as in the on the periodic table, the letters representing them. Referencing Colorado's mining history, became a secret message made about a made-up pathogen known as the Australian antigen.
Mm-hmm.
A mural decrying war, decrying, D-E-C-R-Y-I-N-G, decrying? A mural decrying war and wishing for world peace becomes a warning about a totalitarian future. All of this built, according to the theorists, on top of a 6-story deep bunker where the elites will hunker down to ride out the end of the world, or maybe it's a prison for dissenters. Of course, there's no evidence of anything beneath the airport besides maintenance tunnels, a baggage transport system, and harried travellers moving between terminals on an underground train. But that doesn't stop those who want to believe in something more nefarious beneath this airline hub. I've heard this one recently about Denver, and again, it was because of how much over budget it went and how long it took to build, and I think it got No, it was a new build to replace an older airport rather than expand the existing airport because there was no room for the existing airport because it was in the middle of a city. And yeah, they basically said, oh, it took too long, went way over budget, it's got some really weird art, it must be the Illuminati.
Mm.
I mean, as theories go, it's probably as good as it gets, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, things going over budget, when you've got these large infrastructure projects, and we have them too, and everything seems to go over budget, and there's not a great deal often to show for it. It's quite easy to come to the conclusion that in some way, that there's definitely an element of money laundering.
Yeah, maybe.
And also, well, just basically funneling public funds into certain hands, which is the only possible reason you could think for the inability to conduct any kind of business or do any kind of project on time, on budget, in any way, shape, or form. I mean, way over budget, and then these things get cancelled.
I heard.
You think, where did the money go? Go on.
I heard a couple of interesting things about projects going, because you're right. It's almost like every big infrastructure or any infrastructure project you ever can think of always goes over budget, and sometimes very vastly over budget. And I heard a couple of things about that. Number one is they don't take into account inflation. So when you have like a 5-year project, they go, oh yeah, it'll cost you £1 million a year, so it'll only cost you £5 million. What they don't take into account is inflation on top of that, adding however much more on top of it. Okay, that wouldn't be a lot over 5 years, but you know, there's that. But then there's also an element of underselling. So businesses actually, you know, because businesses compete, that's what a free market does. Everyone wants to compete for the business and make the money. So people will businesses will undersell, knowing they're going to go over budget just to win the work. And knowing that the budget that is set, you know, the business that is offering the work or wants the work doing has more money than the project is worth anyway. So they will deliberately go under budget just to win it, knowing that it'll go over. Sometimes it's just, you know, delays in the projects for whatever reasons, miscalculations, resource problems that basically mean that people charge more hours to those projects. So, you know, I work in an engineering consultancy firm, and it's quite common that, you know, when we're going through some of the financials, projects go over budget because something else needed doing that wasn't accounted for, or a client has caused a delay for whatever reason, or there are many reasons why projects will go over time and over budget. But obviously those hours have to be charged. So the project then goes over budget. So yeah, it's some interesting explanations that I've heard, certainly recently, about why projects go over budget.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just a case, just to win it, the business has gone, yeah, we can do it really cheap. But then they don't take into account, like say, inflation, staffing costs, pay rises, etc., and all that kind of stuff. All of which has to be charged back.
Yeah, but there we go. But going back to the idea that there's some sort of secret underground. I mean, the thing is, we know there are bunkers, so it's not that far fetched. I'm sure we got vast arrays of bunkers all around the world in different places, with transport networks, with accommodation, with comms, with everything you possibly need.
Yep.
So the idea that you'd have lots of things underground that we don't have an idea about whatsoever seems actually perfectly reasonable. From a state sponsored point of view, then you've got to wonder about where certain organizations certain international organizations and what they do with their money and what they're doing. I'm not saying the Illuminati exist. I'm just saying,
prove to me that they don't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Prove to me that they don't.
And if somebody steps up to try and prove it, you're like, haha, why are you so interested?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Caught you out there. Oh,
exactly.
Can't do it now, can we? I was giving away the ending.
Yeah, never mind. Speaking of giving away the ending.
Yeah, that's giggity.
I don't give away my ending. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Nobody wants it. Yeah.
Dear.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Oh yes, until next week. Until next week. Goodbye. Listen, if you've have we been keeping an eye on the chat? There's nothing on there, is there?
It's been exploding as it always does every week.
No, it's not been. We haven't missed any messages on the chat.
No.
If you do want to say anything afterwards, of course, get into the comments below. Let us know what you think. You can also, get in contact with the show. You can DM the show. You can DM me at Ted James Media, or of course, you can email the show at
tjandted@thetuesdayshow.co.uk.
That's it.
It is it.
Until next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Have a wonderful time. And
so long.
Farewell.